So let's begin.
We're trying to force this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
We're forcing.
We gotta go like now.
We're holding God at gunpoint.
Now is the time. Where we go. Right now.
Welcome back
Oh boy.
to Inside Alveus.
I'll never
Session 8.
Oh shit.
Session 8.
Parents.
Week 14. Year 376. Starlog date.
We only have so long to record this episode, and Riley's decided this is how our time will be spent.
Riley, it's different date, not
What?
Starlog date. It's
Starlog date. Entry number
No.
17.
It's a different
No.
world.
Really?
Different rules.
No.
What?
Let's start.
I just did.
No, let's do the the bit where we do the story rather than just arguing over Starlogs.
Yeah.
That bit.
So last time,
Sorry.
our intrepid heroes and Nethra
Thanks.
made their way to. Well, Nethra didn't do this. You guys made your way to Toluca.
Don't gender me.
You, a male half-orc man, boy,
A male half-orc.
XX chromosome endowed person.
You mean XY?
Shh, I'm like mixing it up. Made your way to the town of Tuluca, a small mining village set into a chasm out in the northern Salbentic Plains near the Soaring Cliffs. Upon making your way to this town, you found it under attack by bandits from up in the cliffs in the north of Toluca. You joined the fight, and there you met one fighter woman, Kali, and one fighter man.
We did indeed.
One fighter man, Aegis Organa.
Yeah, I guess we met him too.
Mr. Organa.
The crush.
And after clearing the town of bandits, and Marin almost dying, and then almost being kidnapped, and then being saved.
Happens a lot.
You guys met Carlson, the impromptu leader of the town, and also head miner, who took you to the hole in the wall for a drink and explained to you the plight of the village, how the bandits have been every month inducing attacks on the people, and how when they felt confident enough not to pay it, the bandits made sure on their promises and came down from the cliffs with a fury and kidnapped some of their people.
It was also because the price was increasing, right?
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah. So it was like it wasn't just like we're not paying it anymore. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So warning you of one of the leader of the bandits who came in pretty recently and actually organized all the bandits into like one force, a mysterious figure named the Wind.
Kick his ass.
And
Take his title.
what?
You can take his title.
Yeah. And I will be the Wind until I kill the next nickname.
Which you have not heard yet.
And I will be the Wind, also known as the next nickname, and then that will continue to grow until I have so many also known as, it'll be etc.
But you guys got free housing and free food on the orders of Carlson at the hole in the wall.
Ooh, lovely.
So he,
Real estate.
yeah, it's for real estate. After offering to help with the town's bandit issue.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And so now you're currently at the hole in the wall and staying for the dim, and for the next couple of cycles, I assume, until this whole issue is sorted.
Yes, we are.
Lovely.
Do we get our own rooms?
Probably not, honestly, because there's not that many rooms
damn it,
at the
tried
hole in
to
the wall.
share with them.
Honestly, you probably get one room,
Fuck.
like one larger room, just because it's a small tavern and not many people come through.
Are there multiple
I call
beds in
bed.
the room?
There's one bed.
I call the
call
bed. I said it first.
No, it's not bed.
Well, I already said it first.
So let me lay out.
Tsadok said it first.
Let's set the scene
Roll
here.
initiative. You can fight the big guy.
You all are. Carlson has just got up and left, as Colleen hasn't showed up, and Aegis is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're all sitting at one of the tables in the hole in the wall inn. It's reaching pretty late in the dim. Most people who would come to the bar after the fight have all cleared out at this point. You're not really sure what the state of the citizens are at the moment after an attack like that, and you don't know any numbers as of like who's been hurt, injured, killed, anything. You're just kind of chilling.
I call the bed.
You don't even know. Marin doesn't even know that we only have one room yet.
Oh, come on.
You can't call a bed for a room that you don't know you have.
Fine. I'm sorry.
Tsadok's gonna turn to Aegis and go, so Aegis, do they call you that because you've been alive for ages?
I'm sure that he's never heard that one before. I'm positive it's a completely new thing you've just invented right there.
Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. Look, okay, I to be honest here, why are you special?
Because I'm the only doctor in this town.
Okay, but there are a lot of doctors in other towns, and Soren sent us to you. So what makes you special?
Do you know that?
No. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I said Soren had.
Why would I be coming here if I didn't know
I'm
that?
actually
I'm just
going
making
to hand
sure.
you the notes at this point.
Okay.
These are his research notes, by the way.
Are you a good doctor?
I mean, I'd like to consider myself one.
Well, I happen to have a little bit of a cough. You think you can help me out?
I mean, yeah, sure, probably.
This is a good litmus test.
If you meet me back at my house, sure. That's where all my things are.
You can just do some magic voodoo.
It would be easier if we went to my house.
Fix Grol's cough in under 30 seconds in this room and I'll believe you're a good doctor.
Not how
Is that an
doctors are.
actual... Is that a test?
I mean, put it this way, if you do it, I'll be convinced.
That's not how doctors work.
It's not?
No.
Damn.
That's how magical healers work.
Which one is he?
He's both, I think.
Well then, no problem.
Is there a spell you have?
I mean, I don't have anything that would stop it, but I can
see.
cast Diagnose Disease.
You could cast Diagnose
And see
Disease.
what the problem is.
Yeah, you don't know what the problem is.
It'd be a good way of blowing away Tsadok.
Wait, you have something called Remove Sickness.
That doesn't remove sickness.
doesn't
We've done this before. It doesn't.
Right, but you can use it to like help them get better if they stay at your house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll cast Diagnose Disease, now. On you.
Right. So you approach Gral and kind of just lay your hands on his chest, and like this slight, Gral, you feel a slight tickle. Not like a bad cough tickle, but like a warm sort of tickle in your chest. As Aegis is like nimble, like your fingers kind of like graze over your body where the ailment is, and you kind of sense this dark sort of like green energy, like kind of just like clutching onto Gral's lungs, and you examine it for a moment, and suddenly your magic flows through him and bounces back to you, and suddenly you realize, oh, this is zombie rot.
This is zombie rot, isn't it?
Grol's a zombie?
Not yet.
That's awesome! High five, Grol!
Not yet.
And a good thing.
That's not how zombie rock works.
What?
That's not how this works. I had it before when we first met.
You were a zombie when we met?
No,
my
zombie rot is a disease given to you by zombies. You are not a zombie when you have it.
Do I have it?
No. Maybe? How are you
You want me to check you as well?
Isn't that your whole thing?
And so now as you're kind of like concentrating on your disease spell, it kind of permeates the area and spreads out beyond just Gral, and you realize that both of these people are sick.
Well, it looks like you're sick as well.
I'm a zombie.
You're not a zombie.
Zombie
You just have
bro!
Okay.
What does this mean?
I think I need to go.
I think we're dead now.
You're not dead.
We're not
So
dead.
we
No.
go
Going to be
You're
fine.
not
Just
dead,
give it a few
and you're not
days.
zombies. The way this works is a zombie attacks you and you get sick. You're just sick. You're not dead or a zombie.
Well, that's no fun.
Exactly.
Do I ever become a zombie?
No.
Or like leave it long enough?
No.
Damn.
I don't know
Sonic
if
just
that's
looks
true, but
dejected.
that was the best thing to say to him. Marin doesn't even know if that's true.
Okay, so what
I'm
what's the plan? What, like, we got this, we have these bandits that we have to take out. What do you?
well,
I mean, they're paying us
They are.
yeah, I'm silver.
in silver
I was
Silver.
thinking
and
about
conversations.
dates. You mean?
I mean conversations.
Yeah.
I'm a networker. I network.
Of course. I need to go make, well, one, I think we should stick with our plan of, like, they're probably going to send an emissary. We can use that emissary to get information about where their base is.
That sounds fair. Aegis, what are you doing?
Well, right now, nothing.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna go sort this out, and then we can pick up the old man and fix everything up.
Yeah,
I have
but
the old
first
man
I
on
need
my
to
back.
go make some
Oh. Actually, he's in the corner right now, girl.
Oh yeah, it is.
Also, Aegis, at the moment, you'd probably have a full day ahead of you tending to wounded from the fight.
I'm actually going to go.
Oh, yeah, you're
I need
right.
to
I
make some
forgot
more of
about
my
that.
weapon.
You need to what?
You know how my weapon works? I've told you this before.
Oh yeah.
I need to make some more things for it.
You need to make more things.
More things.
More of the exploding things.
More, yes.
More explosions.
Yes.
Make more.
Okay. I'm
Cool.
gonna go to the blacksmith actually, so that we're
Right.
chatting.
Well,
Actually,
it's late dim right
I'll be a
now.
little bit busy for the next day or so.
Oh, it's
considering the
mid-dim?
fight.
Yeah, it's like this is after Carlson has left the hole in the
Okay,
wall.
I'm gonna go up to our room.
You gonna go
I'm
where?
gonna go to the room.
Oh.
I go to the room.
You don't know where it is.
Oh, then I go up to the person. I assume you control this. Wait, okay. Who is in the tavern right now?
Just you guys and Alice, the bartender.
Okay, I'll go to Alice. Are there rooms? Do I know if he paid for the room or not?
He said that you would have free room and board.
Cool. Can I, hey, where would we be able to stay?
Off to the left. Carlson's already paid here.
Thank
And he
you.
hands you. She places a key on the counter,
Okay.
and she keeps her hand on it before you. And when you reach to take it, now listen here. Don't go making any trouble in my town, all right? Carlson's doing you a big favor.
Okay.
I'm not as amiable as he.
Trust me when I say I am probably the one person in our group who would be the least likely to make trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
God damn it. Why do I have to babysit
Keep them in check. They look like troublemakers, and she slides the key over.
I tried.
Takes another sip from.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the room.
I'm gonna beat her up.
Little kid warned me.
When I get to the room, I'm gonna dump myself on the side and like immediately collapse in bed.
Okay.
Are you asleep?
Yep, I'm tired.
So I'm gonna come into the room and roll her off the bed.
I've been thinking that wakes me up.
You gonna make me roll for it or what?
Make a perception check with not disadvantage. I'd say make a will
off
save.
The bed.
Make a will save?
Make a will save.
No, don't push me!
To not be pushed off the bed.
I
No,
willed myself
you're
not to be punched.
getting pushed off the bed. It's to wake up.
I just hit the floor. When you hit
Yeah,
the
you also
floor-
said that you're exhausted.
I know, I said I
Oof.
collapsed in bed.
Roadblocks, oof.
I got 13.
Yeah, you wake up fine, easily.
The fuck?
I lie on the bed and go to sleep.
I'm gonna get on the bed and jump off.
I can't
I mean,
wait to do
I'm
this.
awake.
You're awake at
Can't
this
wait to
point.
do this for
So I would say roll a combat maneuver.
That's CMD, yeah? 17.
What's your CMD?
My CMD?
Yeah, your combat maneuver defense.
Lower than that. It's lower than that.
What is it?
It's
He's
15.
getting his
Do you know that for a fact?
Is that with armor, or are we talking about like
Your
is,
combat maneuver defense.
Is that the one that includes armor, or is that the one that doesn't?
No,
include
no,
That's not any of that.
entirely
It's your attack
It's-
bonus
it's
plus your
different
strength
entirely.
plus your.
I'm trying. Look, we got this handy dandy little thing out here. My what am I looking at here? Snapchat? No.
Do you need help there?
CMD?
So Aegis, you and Gral are sitting alone in the tavern now that Tsadok and Marin have both made off to the room.
So, what's your story? You haven't said much.
I'm sick.
Well, I know that.
Yes.
15.
15.
Listen, if you're
Right.
worried about that,
Chief
don't
showed you up
worry.
there.
You'll be fine in a few days.
No.
It usually just goes away.
Actually,
Does it not?
Zombie Rot is very concerning. For one, because there are no zombies nearby. Two, if anyone dies from zombie rot, they become a zombie. And three, people can easily die from zombie rot.
Wait,
If one, not treated, and two,
could
if it's the person doesn't like
Oh, so
shove
my
it
spell
off.
did work on you last time.
It helped, yeah.
What the fuck? You've been telling me it hasn't done
It didn't
anything.
remove the disease, which is what we assumed the spell did. I'm trying to make sure we don't
Okay,
make the same
alright.
mistake there.
It gives you a bonus on your saving throw every morning.
All right, hold on. I'm looking.
I
I'm
shut
looking
down the
this
bed.
up
I'm very happy with
again.
this.
All right, so
How
Marin,
many spells do you get back with a short rest?
none.
You don't get spells back.
No.
You just get your hit dice back.
Just get hit points back.
So So, but Marin has shoved you off the bed again. Like in return.
I'm not in the mood to keep shoving each other off the bed. So, I'll make you a deal. You can share the bed.
Tsadok looks really sad, and his bottom lip starts to like whimper, and I leave the room.
Okay.
I already said we could share the bed, but if you're leaving, so it's fine. Huh.
All right, so you leave the room, whimpering.
I'm just waiting outside.
Okay.
Fuck.
I would just take do what you want.
What did Marin do?
I might feel a little bad, but actually Tsadok's been a real shit today, so she's gonna go to bed. I
Okay.
mean, she said we can share the bed. She said that as you left, so
She said that.
she's on bed.
All right. You slowly drift off to sleep and try and recover your strength for the next day.
Would I get a short rest waiting in the bar?
I get half my hit points back over a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
I have 2 health.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh wait, can I do that too?
Cool.
Because the rest of the bar we would have gotten back.
Yeah.
I just realized we're fucking.
What's my
That's
hit
so
points
funny.
We're
We're shooting a D&D episode, and this is just a microwave.
Nether, can you check?
Of what? Oh.
We're so professional.
What?
He's
Don't
dying
tell
because of
them.
microwaves in the shot.
Yeah. So what?
Don't tell
We're in a
them.
fucking dorm room.
It's funny, but I just love that. As if like anyone watching this was like, I wonder what that was. I bet it wasn't a microwave.
I think it's in the shot.
It is in
It
the
is in the
shot.
shot.
Yeah.
And it's in use.
Yeah.
It wasn't you.
And it was covering his face for like a good 10
It
seconds.
just makes me so happy.
Really, that.
I'm happy for you.
we just
Alright.
suck.
God,
Okay,
this is what I'm gonna do.
Yes, sir, Mr.
Fuck,
Organa.
I got
All
8 hit points
well,
back.
all this is shoving nonsense is going on.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast Remove Sickness on this man's.
Okay. So kind of while you guys are kind of chatting and waiting, Aegis kind of leans forward and kind of just places his hand on your shoulder, and this kind of warmth fills you. And for a second, the tickle is gone for a moment, but then slowly begins returning. But it's not as bad.
Feel a little better.
Good. That should hold you off for a little bit.
Tsadok starts to get bored waiting for Marin to come after him.
Okay. You get bored. Roll a will save to not get even more bored.
I don't know how to describe how my character feels.
Oh, I know. And I'm
playing off it?
yeah, playing off it.
18.
18.
All right. It takes you a while. You're a very patient man, surprisingly.
Do I fall asleep waiting?
No. But no, you're so patient and vigilant in your assurance of how this manipulation will work, and that Marin will come after you, that you wait for a while.
Nothing happens. Tsadok comes back into the room, opens the door.
Marin is asleep on the bed.
Tsadok walks into the corner and goes to bed.
Okay.
I go over, pick up the old man.
What? Oh, we're moving.
Yes, we're going to bed now.
Well, I was just asleep.
We're going to bed somewhere else.
He didn't pay us today.
All right.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
He puts his arms up. You just kind of pull him over.
Thank you, elf man. Good night.
Oh, and as he picks up this older gentleman, you see like on his legs, like the entirety of his legs is riddled with these like black wart pustules.
Oh my god! Jesus!
What?
What's wrong with your leg? Not
What?
your
What?
Legs
Not
are
your
fine.
leg, his leg.
What about my leg?
Would you not know about the blight from Soren?
I mean, he would have told me about it, but I wouldn't know what it looks like.
Okay.
Jesus!
He like kind of like wiggles his waist and like his legs like. What about him?
What the hell happened to them?
I don't like to talk about it.
It's a very sensitive topic for him. Good night now.
Wait! if you want to come by and let me take a look at it, you can.
Well, I'll think about it.
I don't think it's a good idea. I wouldn't trust this man.
Where I go is kind of dictated by this fella here.
Okay, good night.
Seeing as I can't, you know.
Into the room.
All right, is the guy's still like kind of like talking to Aegis as you walk away, but you make your way down the hall through like some of the carved out tunnels in the hole in the wall that lead to smaller rooms. And yeah, you find your way and you find Marin asleep in the bed and Tsadok kind of like curled up in the corner.
Okay. Is he asleep?
Do I get woken up by Gral?
Are you asleep?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's asleep.
Alright, I'm gonna set the old man down and lean him on him.
He's like, oh yes, this is. He kind of like grabs, grabs one of his arms and kind of just curls up. Yes, this will do.
And then I just lie down on the ground and go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to my home.
Okay. So you make your way out of the hole in the wall tavern and down the rickety stairwells made of wood that are like kind of like embedded into the side of the wall. And across the bottom of the cavern. And as you make your way across the bottom of the cavern, you see.
Question.
Yes.
Is it mid dim? Like what time is it?
It's like mid dim. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the middle of the dim.
Okay. Fair.
Mid dim. It's dark out. And as you make your way across the floor of the cavern, the chasm, like past the entrances to the mines, and make your way up. Start making your way climbing up the other side of the stairways up to where your home is near like the midsection of the other side of the chasm. Roll a perception check.
Nat 20.
Okay.
You see everything. You see feelings.
Yeah. As you make your way up the stairwell, a slight breeze blowing by, as wind is usually does. The chasm kind of serves as a sort of wind tunnel when it does get a bit windy. The breeze kind of blows by your hair. You get a fresh scent of like of salt water from the cliffs farther north.
Yeah.
And as you kind of turn, to like greet the wind hitting your face, you see a slight burning ember off across the balcony that you're currently on. And as you kind of squint through the darkness, you spot a lone Carlson, his red hair kind of like wild and frizzed back, smoking what appears to be like a large like cigar, kind of just leaning across on the edge of the banister.
Smoking a doobie? Why do you do this to me? You can't do this on camera.
What?
You can't just do this like really likes to kill the mood.
You're not there.
For fun.
You're not there.
I know I'm not.
So I didn't answer you.
Hey, Luke, please look at the text for you.
You can't kill the mood on camera. That move is bad. Not on camera. How dare
Fine,
you?
you got the
Across
middle.
the way, like across the chasm.
I pulled the-
No, like on your balcony. So basically, you climbed up the stairs onto your balcony.
Yeah.
And he's like, down the way, down the what is it, like the catwalk,
Okay.
leaning against one of the banisters, gazing out onto the chasm.
Okay.
And now that you're kind of like up here in mid like section, you can glancing out across like the entirety of Toluca, the multitudes of like buildings built into the side of the chasm, and like the multiple like bridges and pathways that span across them, and all of them, or not all of them, but the occasional dots of torchlight lighting them up. It's quite a sight, one that you feel lucky to be able to see every night.
Okay.
Well, this is nice.
So what do you do?
I mean,
You have like there's two options here.
all right. I'm gonna go to and talk to Carlson.
Okay.
You boy. Sorry.
What?
Don't worry. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah. So you make your way across the bridge over towards where the stout halfling stands leaning, and as you approach, your footfalls making noise against the wood. He kind of he quickly kind of like stamps out the cigar and turns to you. Hey, Aegis, what can I do for you?
I just saw you on the way and I thought I'd come say hi.
Yes, well. It's been quite the day.
I can agree with
Quite the
that.
day indeed.
What do you make of these new people?
I was about to ask you the same thing. What do you make of these newcomers?
Well, that half-orc, what's his name? Tsadok?
Tsadok,
He's
I
quite
believe it was.
interesting.
Yes, I think so.
He's a bit of a character, isn't he?
Watch your tongue.
But that Marin, I don't know, she seems a little bit more sane than everyone else. If I was dealing with them, I'd much rather deal with her than the others.
I don't know. There's some charm to the insane, the crazy,
I guess.
the impulsive, I suppose. There's some charm to it.
I guess.
Do you really think they can stop the wind? There's just 3 of them. And they sure know how to handle themselves in a fight. Carly told me about it, but...
Oh, they do. I can vouch for them. But
She likes me in a fight.
we'll just have to wait and see.
All right.
I know that type. They can do some good.
Yes, I believe there is potential for them here.
Oh, absolutely.
I see in them the same thing that I saw in Carly all those years ago before she left. You weren't here then, but
I've heard the stories though.
she was something, yes. Never was a girl for fishing or for mining.
She doesn't look like it either.
You're right.
Why?
Although I'm glad she's returned, at least for some time.
Yeah, I agree.
And he gives you a look,
Marin.
and then kind of glances down,
Jagged.
and then kind of like shakes his head, and then brings the cigar back up and takes a puff. You know, my wife never liked me smoking these.
Oh, why is that?
Well, they say it's bad for your health, but
Well, they'd be right.
I thought, why not at this moment at least? She was taken, Aegis.
She was what?
She was one of the women taken. And, frankly, I don't know what to do about it. And the normally cheerful, jolly, jovial, bright, like, red-faced halfling gives you the grimmest expression you've ever seen on his face. And he just takes a large puff and just lets the smoke kind of drift up out of his nose, past his mustache.
I'm gonna put my arm around his shoulder and say, Carlson,
Aegis,
I will do what I can to bring her back.
I would appreciate that, but it'll be a dangerous journey, a dangerous endeavor to take on the wind.
Absolutely. But it's a
And-
risk I'm willing to take.
It's not a risk I'm willing to take. We need you here. You are the only man here who can do what you can do. Until the wind is gone and the bandits are no longer a threat. We need someone like you to be here to pick up the pieces when things fall apart.
But what about a man who will be here to stop things from falling apart in the first place? This keeps happening, Carlson. I can't just keep picking up the pieces as you say. I know I heal people, but this is just ridiculous. And now that your wife is gone, you still want me to stay here? I mean,
It's what's best for
understand
Toluca.
why. I understand why.
Putting things back together is one thing, but when you try and stop them from falling apart, you can end up falling apart yourself. It's a dangerous endeavor.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I've been there before. I'm not saying that I'll do this alone. I'm saying I want to help them as well. They came here looking for me for a reason.
Yes, I didn't ask about that. I was a bit distracted. Why did they seek you out?
An old colleague of mine from a long time ago. something must have happened to him, because Marin had some research that he had, and he said that he wanted me to continue it.
He's the adventuring type?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it seems like, once again, a man of healing has fallen apart. I'd hate to see the same thing happen to you. But I know you, Aegis.
I knew Soren, Carlson. He did not have as much of a fighting background as I do.
Right, and I know of your background. I know of your plight, at least what you've been willing to share. I know it's hard. But even so, it's... I don't know. I am an individual. My wife is an individual. There are so many individuals, but together we make up a whole. You are at the core of that whole. Your abilities are at the core of that whole, and without you, we are all just individuals. I can't see you die. And I know I can't stop you from doing anything you don't want to. But, and as he says this, he takes your hand and puts something cold in your hand. At least I can help you along the way. Take this, please. And he closed your hand around this small metal object. Puts it away. Enough of this depressing talk. The wind will likely send one of his emissaries tomorrow, or the next cycle. When the time comes, and they ask for a tax or some sort of payment, we may have to oblige, at least for the time being. Be prepared for that.
I will, as always.
All right. Sleep well, Aegis.
You too, Carlson.
Takes another
I'll
puff.
head back.
Okay. So you complete the climb up to your house, and rest for the rest of the dim.
What did he give me? I would have looked at it before.
So you open up your hand, and there's a small metal coin made of silver. But it's not an FCC regulated, like, it's not a...
It's not like...
It's not currency. It's a small coin made of pure silver with small patterns etched into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bouquet.
Wait. I don't have it, that's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay.
I don't have it, though.
Cool.
Yep, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. So you all rest for the dim, for what you can. All of you guys take a long rest, restore your spells, do your health, whatever you need to do.
How much health do you get?
Half your total.
Half your total.
Half my total?
Half your total.
That's so many.
Yeah.
That's so
It's,
good. That's why you
it's a
need
new
to sleep
cycle, so I
every
can
night to get back
have
every
different spells, right?
Yes, you can prepare new
That
spells.
puts me at full health.
That's so great.
That's so many health.
You can prepare new spells if you like.
Oh, buddy.
Wow.
Sonic
You
don't
are
take hits.
not.
Why don't you get yourself healed
I'll
up,
keep
son?
this. I'll keep this for now.
Get yourself healed.
Because I got hurt.
Get yourself healed.
How long was that conversation?
I don't know.
That felt like a while.
I went through several
So-
stages.
I saw. I witnessed.
Entertaining myself.
I felt like Marin. Like,
we started an orc gang whilst you guys were away.
Cool.
It was good.
Lovely.
It lasted a short time.
I have
Yeah.
a really,
There were 2 members.
really bad
Two
idea.
orcs.
Are you gonna get your? Tell us. Okay, you know what? Let's do this in character.
All right. So you guys slowly drift us to awake. Marin, it was a fairly good rest. You had a nice bed, fairly empty. You see Gral.
He fed so much.
You see Gral
What?
laying on the
So
ground.
the thing is, like, whenever I was on shore, me and Soren would share a bed.
Aw.
So it's just painfully empty right now.
You see Gral sprawled out on the floor to your left, and to your right in the corner you see Tsadok kind of nestled into the corner, and on top of him, the old man just like wrapped around one of his arms, and you see Tsadok's eyes wide open. Just kind of.
No, don't speak for me.
All right, what do you?
No, do I wake up?
Yes, you all wake up.
Sonic wakes up with a. and I take my throwing dagger and hold it against his throat.
What are you doing?
I'm sleeping.
I am not a pillow.
Are you sure? Very comfortable. I was put here and I couldn't move. I made the best of the situation.
Who put you here?
Gral, I'm assuming.
Who put you here?
You heard the lady?
Gral?
Yeah.
Gral?
Who else carries him around?
Is Gral up yet?
Yeah, sure.
Gral? What?
Nice one. If you ever use me as a pillow again, I will cut your throat and leave you here to bleed out.
That's really aggressive for like just.
I like put my dagger away and rip my arm out. Get up.
He kind of falls over
I
in
don't
the space where you once sat.
I don't like him or people like sleeping next to me.
Okay.
That's a fair response. If I woke up and someone was like,
You just tried to slice his.
I mean, that's a fair response, but not holding a throwing knife to his throat and threatening to bleed him out.
well, he's okay.
I walk over to him.
That means he likes you.
I couldn't tell.
We should have a plan for today before we head out. I'm going to go to the blacksmiths and work on my things.
I am going to go wherever that man is.
Okay.
Not
Come
my
to the
feeling.
blacksmith if you want.
Are you coming to the blacksmith?
No.
Are you coming to the blacksmith?
He is not coming to the blacksmith.
He's not. He's like when you speak to him, he kind of just like turns his head away and like hides his face.
He's not coming to the blacksmith.
I don't want to regress any further. I could. I really could. But I'll leave him. I'll leave him in fear of me.
I actually. Yeah, it's a bad idea.
What?
So, the emissary's fine. They're gonna demand something, as emissaries typically do in a situation.
Yeah.
Either tax or something. That's a bad idea. It's a
Bad ideas are my favorite
Bad
kind of
idea.
ideas.
We could offer ourselves, because he hates being defeated. The guy said that he would be really pissed out about that.
Who's sending an
So
emissary?
then we could go back with them, and then fuck it up from the inside. It's a bad idea.
Here's
I look at that.
counter offer.
Yeah.
You offer yourself up. We follow you with your gear. You keep your ring on. We know where you are. We keep a distance. And then, people who are actually armed can step in, and then we can throw your boomsticks at you, and you can do your thing, and we'll be good.
We'll sleep on this. We'll sit on this.
We just did.
We'll sit on this. Sit on this idea.
We're doing the thing today. Or soon. We should kill the wind soon.
Yeah, but we don't know when the emissary's coming. I don't know how I feel about you guys. Yeah.
Look, I already know what you can do. I know what your weapon does.
Yes.
It's hardly like I'm learning anything new by you letting me carry it over my shoulder.
On your hip, it's very tiny.
Sure. Look. If that's your concern, I really don't think it should be. If you're worried about dying, well then that's fine. You can be a wimp and we'll find another way.
Fine.
It's up to you. But I think
This will be our plan for now. If we think of a better one, we should do the better one.
we should speak with
Aegis.
that guy and the short guy as well.
Carlson?
Yeah.
Okay, we should speak with both of
They
them.
know the wind better than we do.
But first, I'm going to go to the You can go speak with them. I'm going to work in the blacksmiths. I need to get things done.
Can you ask the blacksmith for me if there's anything semi-decent lying around there? I'm always looking for new gear.
Sure.
Thank you.
I don't have any money, by the way.
I do.
Okay.
All right. Roll a fortitude save, Tsadok.
Is that plus my constitution?
Plus your
So
fortitude.
you plus your
save.
fortitude save.
It's there.
Is that like a regular skill, or is that one of the weird CMD things?
No.
It's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw. It says fortitude.
Okay.
Gral also roll a fortitude saving throw.
It's right there under.
But you went plus 4 to it.
Yeah, add plus 4 to your
It's
saving
12.
throw. 12? Okay.
19.
Okay. Okay.
Are you gonna tell us how we feel?
Same as yesterday.
So I'm feeling great. was feeling better yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go find the
I'm
old
trying to
man.
think of
in the
better
short-
ideas, by the way. It's not my favorite plan ever.
I think this is a great idea. I'm so glad you suggested it. This is genius. It's your best idea yet.
I'm not glad I suggested it.
Gral, what are we doing?
Bear in mind, if you lose me, you lose your concept for a skateboard.
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, we're gonna go and talk to the short guy who gave us beer last night.
I wasn't around.
That's a good point. You came late. We're gonna go talk to the short guy who gives people beer.
I like beer.
Good.
Okay.
Bear in mind, if you lose me, you lose your concept for a skateboard. Heading out to the blacksmith.
Do you know where the blacksmith is?
Heading out to Alice. I'm going to ask her where the blacksmith is.
Lovely. All right, so you leave your room and head out to the entrance to the hole in the wall. And as you make your way there, it's probably like around close to mid-bright. You guys slept in, obviously, because you were up fairly late and also pretty injured. But now that you're up and about, you notice there's a couple of like dirty-looking men with like black smudges across their face and like wearing like thick clothing and like thick gloves. Yeah. They seem
dancers.
dust dancers, as they call them here in Toluca. They dance through the dust, and that is it. That's all they do.
Okay, I'm gonna head up to Alice.
There's
Yep.
just a bunch of people in a circle kicking at dust and some people in the middle just waving their arms.
And as you walk up to Alice, you see her standing behind the bar, talking to one of the men who's up at the bar, and she kind of slaps his hand really hard and grabs a glass from him. Oi, get your grubby hands off my glasses, Jesus! And she like starts like rubbing off on a cloth. Put on your gloves, and then we can talk. And then the man just walks away, kind of with his head down.
Rude. I don't say that loud, but rude. I head over. Excuse me, can you...
Yes,
Do you know where the blacksmith here is?
I'm with her as well, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
Robert.
Yes, like where it's located in town.
Yeah, it's down the ways a bit. Leave the hole in the wall, take a right, go down a few floors. It's right there.
Thank you.
And the short fellow we were speaking with yesterday, where can I find him?
Carlson?
Yes, that one.
Oh, he'll likely be in the mine. He is the head miner after all.
So, can I go down there?
I mean, I don't see what's stopping you.
I don't know, you could have I don't know, maybe you have safety regulations of kinds?
Well, you can certainly go in at your own risk.
I appreciate it. And I
Fancy a drink on your way out.
Sure.
No, it's the morning.
Oh, wait, no. I say no, because I have no money.
You have what?
I have no money.
Oh,
wait.
right.
Do we have free drinks for our entire stay? Okay, so no, I'm just gonna head out.
Where's the mines?
The mines? They're at the bottom. The big hole in the wall. That's not this hole in the wall. The very bottom of the chasm.
Thank you.
Anytime. Come back if you need
Grab
anything.
the old man and I.
Here we go.
She's only mean behind our backs. I see how it is.
She's also mean to those miners.
No, but she doesn't like us. She doesn't like me and Gral.
She does not.
Unless she just doesn't like our demeanor, but I think she's racist.
What race is she?
Oh, she's a halfling.
People don't like orcs. And we haven't actually encountered that many people that like hate orcs yet. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna head with Gral to the mines. We're gonna look for what's his face and discuss our plan.
Okay. And you're heading to the. What are you doing, Aegis?
I'm assuming there's like. Oh wait. Yeah, there's like an infirmary around here around the city, right?
Sort of.
But
You
like, a
you
place
you
where-
you do like mostly like more. You do more like house calls.
Oh, okay.
Sort of deal. Like there isn't really much like room for
Well, I mean,
an infirmary.
I'd be like going to house.
You'd probably be going house to house and like treating
that
people.
were,
Yeah.
Like hurt by the attack yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. So you get up like bright and early, as you always do, and start making your rounds, checking in on most of the families that live within
And I keep
Tuluca.
the silver coin with me, by the way. I didn't leave it.
Okay.
I didn't leave it.
Did you prepare any new spells? Or you have the same?
Same ones.
Okay. And so you make your way from house to house, checking in on people and like looking at wounds. There are like many of the men who fought and were injured are staying at home for the day rather than going out into the mines to work because they are so badly injured that they can't actually work. And you treat their wounds best you can. And most people seem like they'll make a good full recovery. There are a few people who maybe might not be able to walk again. Some people who might not be able to work again, just because their injuries are so grave. And for them, you kind of explain this very gently and help them best you can to heal. But it's your normal deal. You've done this so often, and you've seen worse. Yeah. And as you make your way from house to house, you do notice a slight lack of women, and some of the men and women that you are healing will tell you stories of what they did last night and how they fought in the battle, and more sorrowfully how they lost a loved one or a loved one was taken. But that's what your morning consists of. But yeah, great. Who wants to go first? I don't care either way.
I'll go first because they're silent.
Great. Are you trying your hand at what I do? He is. Cool. All right, so you make your way over to, you following Alice's directions. You have
Really
to.
hard.
Also, you won't beat me at it because I can just disregard your disregardment of me.
Yeah, I also talk all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
It's like it builds. It's like a constantly flowing tap. And if you close it, it just builds.
Okay.
And you're just letting that extra out right now.
Yeah.
You make your way down the Toluca's northernmost wall, following Alice's directions and asking a few people along the way. And you can't really follow the sound of like hammer against anvil because that's like consistently always because the sound of pickaxe against rock is always in the distance down in the mines. But following a couple people's directions, you find your way into a wood and stonework building that is half like peeking out from the side of the wall and half carved into it. And when you kind of enter, there's a hearth and a forge in the section that is carved into the wall, and where the floor becomes wood and stone. This is like sort of like the shop area. And there's pickaxes, shovels, like chain, like hanging on the walls.
So nothing like weapon-wise.
Not much weapon-wise. There's like a few swords here and there, but they don't seem to be the best make.
Doesn't look like you.
And you recognize a face from the other night, Robert, the man who fought alongside you. He's a bit dinged up. He took like a couple blows, but nothing too serious. Nothing that needs like the attention of a doctor.
I have to the unassuming counter.
Yeah.
Um,
You're
Hi.
the blacksmith, yes?
I am. Yes. Yes.
I was wondering if I could borrow your forge.
Borrow the forge.
Yes, I have to make some things and
Have you forged much before?
yes.
Okay. What are you making?
I'm trying to make some.
I'm sorry. I'm just curious.
It's just these items I use for you were in the fight yesterday, so just how I fight. I use certain items and
Yeah, I did notice that. That was a bit odd.
yeah.
You forged those. I thought it was some sort of magic.
I forge the things I use for magic.
Interesting. And you kind of like see his like brow furrow, and he kind of like his mind whirs. He's like, "What is? That's weird."
I'm not gonna keep lying. I'm just gonna make up millions of lies.
This is just steamed hams.
Yeah.
Lies on lies
Is that
on
Aurora
lies.
Borealis? But then he says, "Do you need materials?"
Yeah, if you have any like metals I can borrow, that'd be incredible.
Certainly, we have iron, steel.
Yes, that would be fantastic, actually.
All right. You could purchase some if you'd like.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna.
All the materials you need.
Not up.
Gral's walking around with a box of ingots.
It's in the cart.
Wait, what ingots?
Go to the cart.
Okay, wait.
We got all the ingots in the world.
You have the list because
I
you
did.
didn't-
Oh,
wait, no, I think you did.
I gave you the
ingots
list.
you're ever gonna need, kiddo.
I wrote down a finalized list.
Yeah, 4 silver ingots, 1 obsidian
Premium
chunk,
ingots.
and 2
Premium ingots.
How
Discount
much?
ingots.
Do I know how much 2 iron ingots would give me?
You don't have 2 iron ingots. You have 2 iron ore.
How much
Yeah.
iron ore would give me?
No. You've never really like.
No, we have ingots.
You have
No,
like gold
only
ingots.
the
Can I ask
silver.
him if he'd be able
The
to?
silver and gold are ingots.
Yeah.
The iron and the phosphorus and the other material, the obsidian, are like ore and
Cool, I
like
have
chunks
all
of rock.
Okay. Here's my problem. We're gonna go fight the wind. I need
You're
these things
fighting the wind.
to fight the wind and bring the people back. can't pay you until I get paid by Carlson.
I don't imagine Carlson would be paying you in gold.
I know, in silver.
Well, we don't have much in the way of money at all, really.
Oh, it's just, please.
Why don't you just pay him back?
In what?
You're using silver to make the bullets, right?
Yeah. No, just need normal metals.
But just be like, hey, you're getting paid in silver, so you'll not lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll pay you back later. I just can't right now.
Also, I don't think Carlson ever said he'd pay you in silver.
Yeah, we get one.
I think he did, actually, but I don't care.
I'm pretty sure he offered you free room and board.
Let me check what items.
That's not payment for killing a man.
Do I
You
know what I
accepted
can
it.
make
We can
from?
go discuss that right
Riley.
now.
Do I know what I can make from like? Are you able to refine ores?
Yes. Well, that's how you make them into ingots. You have to like smelt them down and like.
No, I mean,
Are you asking me
Robert.
or Robert?
Robert.
Oh, yes.
are you able to refine ores?
Refine? Certainly. Yes. That's what I do with all the silver that comes through.
Okay.
I'm not the only one that refines it, but I'm the only one that can, forge it into other stuff because I was trained actually in Vertide.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Impressive.
I'm very proud of it actually.
What brings you here then?
I lived here my entire life. I went off to study and I came back.
Noble thing.
Just living the life.
Certainly.
But yes, I can refine your ores.
Okay, thank you. I need to make more of that if we're gonna go fighting.
Certainly.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I go get the ores and come back.
Oi. And I assume you begin.
Just make so many bullets now.
Roll craft ammunition.
That's not great. 17.
All right. So,
Not great.
Your handwriting
17.
Your handwriting is as sophisticated as I expect Grol's to be.
Wow.
That's what I rolled.
Girl can't write.
And neither can you.
Ain't that great that you have +6 for that then?
It says shovel knight.
Plus, yeah. Wait, no, you said 11.
No, it was a 9.
It was
He
11.
is.
I
Yeah.
rolled a
So he's
9.
not a knight.
No, okay,
Yes, he is.
Shovel here.
He's a knight to us.
I'm just pointing out.
It's almost an insult to call him a knight, actually. That's why he said I'm no knight, like multiple times.
Why is it an insult to call him a knight?
Knights are Inferian.
Ah.
I don't care.
Okay,
He's showing me.
sure.
When was the last time
Well,
Tsadok
he
cared about someone's
studied in
feelings?
Vertide. Isn't
Vertide.
Vertide.
The capital of Salbandik.
Salbandik, yeah.
Versand is a city in Fair. I'm sorry. It's all confusing. Too many cities, man.
Too many cities. Yeah, so you guys leave the hole in the wall shortly after Marin has left, and you make your way down to the bottom of the chasm where there's a large gaping, the large gaping mouth of a cave or cavern at the bottom of the chasm. And from within, you can hear the sound of metal on rock, the sound of pickaxes slamming into silver ore. But no chipper tunes or dwarves singing about often going off to work, because that is only in fairy tales, and this is no fairy tale. So yeah.
I also just realized a combo that we should be using more often. I can hold people in place.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I have solid nut.
That would
Which
be very
can-
helpful.
I can just tie
Solid
some-
what?
I can just make a thing,
Oh.
which is pretty strong. It's 10 plus my caster level to like strength wise, and it doesn't budge unless like you beat it. It does nothing unless you beat it, and then it instantly disappears. So I can basically just be like, I don't know, if there's like if a guy's hands in or something, I can be like, cool, your hand's stuck there now, and then you can just shoot them in the head.
Well, it's usually for like 3 rounds.
Yeah. So you
I
can
only need
shoot
one
them
round
in the
to
head
shoot
for
them in
3
the head.
rounds.
You're right.
So yeah, like
1 round and 1 round.
would that give any advantage or
That
not?
was funny.
Would you
Come
give us
on.
any advantage for that or not? Like holding
I don't
them in
know.
place?
Well, I mean, he wouldn't be moving anyways.
Which is
No, but he would have trouble making a swing if you like hand.
I would say you would take away your dex bonus, so you'd go against his
I go against his touching
Flat-footed.
already.
you go against his flat-footed AC.
His
Only
touch-
armor, no dex. No dex, only
I
armor.
just realized that because I've been trying to find
No,
ways
but
to use
touch is
that.
better then for most people.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I go.
but if he can't move, I'd say he wouldn't get his dex bonus to his AC, just his armor bonus, so it's flat-footed.
But I don't go against an armor bonus with my pistol, so there's like it's better for me to go just without that then.
Well, no, he wouldn't get his armor bonus either.
Oh, okay. Then it's good.
Cool.
Or he wouldn't get his dex bonus.
Yeah.
He already doesn't get his armor bonus.
He doesn't get his armor bonus when I use my pistol.
So it'd be
range-
10.
Yes.
What?
Basically, my pistol ignores armor,
And whoever I trap wouldn't have dex, so they just have the base
which is 10.
every time. I use that.
If you trap them.
So it means that if I can trap anyone, you just have to roll above 10 to hit them.
But also, but if you trap someone's hand on a table, that's not gonna do it. They literally cannot move. You have to make it so that they cannot move.
Yeah, I can just
Tie their ankles together.
tie it into the floor.
No, just like literally make handcuffs around their ankles.
Yeah.
I don't think you can make handcuffs out of a solid note.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. It can be
Let's
sharp.
look up
It depends on the melody,
arbitrary
Riley.
stuff.
It can be sharp. It can be smooth. It can be simple or complex. It could be a pulley, a lever. It could close a door. I'm just quoting the thing that you're reading right now. The exact text that you're reading.
There's nothing about a pulley.
Fight me. Fight me.
You might have a different description.
Fight me. You could use it as a hook, pulley, door, blocker, or anything else your imagination desires. I.e., I don't know, handcuffs.
A machine gun.
Could just be like, pow! Look at him trying to ruin my fun. Look at him looking for. He's like, it's here somewhere. I can kill it. The fun can die.
I'm not trying to kill fun. I'm just trying to play by the rules. It doesn't say that in my rendition of the description, but I don't know what you're using.
I'm using.
Wait, what description are you?
We've been using these descriptions like the whole time.
I'm on D20 PFSRD.
Cool. I'm on an app.
It always has a size approximately equal to that of your outstretched hand.
Yeah,
That's enough for handcuffs.
Once created, so all attempts to move it, but instantly disappears with no force or weight.
Brought it to bear against it.
It can be simple or convoluted with any color pattern you wish. Spikes or smooth, simple, convoluted.
Oh look, he's reading the thing that I read.
But there's nothing here about a hook or a pulley or anything like
But I
that.
mean, like, you can do the same.
Right, no,
You
yeah,
give
I would allow
temporary
it.
physical form to a single musical note and can hang it suspended wherever you wish within range, allowing you to use it as a hook, pulley, door blocker, or anything else your imagination
That
desires.
part of the description might not be on Riley's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It also means I could just put it in someone's mouth and prevent them from speaking.
Potentially.
It's wherever
It's like a
it's
ball
in
gag,
range.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the most painful ball gag because it would fit your mouth exactly. Like, I can make it literally mold exactly to your mouth so you can just not ever open your mouth until you destroy it
For 3 rounds.
for 3 rounds.
Or 18 seconds.
Cool. So, we're going to see who's it, what's it.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Question: how much ore would I have used?
I would assume all of it? Are you trying to make all of it into?
Well, I mean, I guess.
You stole the ore?
I can't believe we got away
Can
with
I
that
make
ore robbery as well.
Obsidian ore? Something? No, we can't make obsidian bullets. So not obsidian. I'm assuming I would have used the iron. What ore did I have? How much would 7 phosphorus make? So 7 phosphorus.
Well, haven't you already ground up one of them into powder?
That's can't be that one.
Oh, a lot. I'd say you could do 10 bullets per
4
one.
silver and 2 iron. I would have left the obsidian.
I would say that you can do 15 bullets worth of phosphorus per phosphorus ore.
And then I have 4 silver and 2 iron ores I can use to like craft the shells from.
Are you gonna make silver shells?
Yeah. And I also have 10 casings I can use.
Okay, so you have 10 casings and you have 2 iron ore.
2 iron ore, 4 silver.
I give you like 6 casings per iron ore, and with the silver, probably like 2 casings per silver.
So that's 12. 12 from the iron plus the 10 is 22. 4 times 2 is 8. So I'd be at 30 bullets I made.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm just gonna write that down. Oh wait, how many silver? Like,
2 per ore. Silver, because silver is like more difficult material to work with when you're trying to like forging and.
22 is 25. I'm not doing great, but I'm doing better.
Oh, I just realized. I have the dice. What did it do? What did it do?
So you guys make your way into the silver mine at the bottom of Toluca.
Yes.
And as you walk into like the dark cavern, your eyes quickly adjust, and you have dark vision.
By the way, the silver and iron is gone now.
You use the silver?
Yep.
Ooh.
You have to pay us back for that.
You know, somebody took all my money.
Because you died.
Yeah.
Don't die.
Leave me dead next time.
Stop dying.
You guys make your way into the mine, and as you make your way down farther in, deeper in, like wooden frames keep the cave from like caving in. As you go deeper and deeper into the Alveus's crust, and as you go farther down, the sound of mining grows louder and closer, and suddenly you come out into this large, like open, cavernous area where many miners are hammering away at the walls, and people are pushing carts to and fro filled with stone. And there are multiple tunnels that lead off into different directions.
I woke up to one of the guys working there, who seems not to be too busy.
Yeah, there's a guy kind of with the pickaxe, like leaning against a wall, hanging over his shoulder, kind of like swiping sweat off his brow, taking a bit of a break.
Excuse us, mate. Would you
Aye.
know,
Yeah.
we're looking for the guy who runs this place, a shorter fella.
Oh, you're looking for Carlson.
Yes, that one.
Carlson, he should be... Where should he be? Probably deeper down in the mine. We're just making a new tunnel now. He might be overseeing that.
Fair enough. How do I get there?
Oh, well, he points to the tunnel across from you. Take that tunnel down, and when it forks, take a left, and then when it forks again, take the right. And then head down the stairs.
Okay. No problem. And is there any silver or anything lying around?
There's like a lot of silver dust everywhere. But like there's no like chunks of silver. But as you kind of gaze at the walls and like the torches light them up, you can see like the glimmer of the silver veins like running through the rock.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna head on, we're gonna look for Carlson.
So you guys follow the man's directions, make your way through the tunnels, down the stairs, and you find a small man named Carlson with two larger...
Our Carlson or
Your
new
Carlson, not the new one.
Damn.
He's not here yet.
one? The new one? I'm so excited for Carlson 2.0.
Yeah.
When's he coming?
I don't know.
That's a huge spoiler, man.
I know it's
You
not.
just let that out.
No,
You're a terrible DM.
I don't know what you're talking
you
about.
spoiled Carlson 2.0.
No, you already knew about it.
I did?
Yeah, all the hints were there.
Okay. Carlson.
Rush, what?
Hi, sorry.
Carlson kind of like pushes off from the wall he was leaning against. He was in conversation with two other men, and they seem to be working with like large metal tools, like pressed up against one of the walls. There seems to be like a frame, kind of like etched out in like chalk on the wall, and large metal like pieces are like put into the wall, the wall along the frame. It seems like they're doing something weird. Yes. Oh yes, my friend. How can I help?
Am I meant to glean anything from that? Because I didn't get anything from that. I
They're
just...
basically mining a new tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, sorry, we don't mean to disturb you in your place of work, but we wanted to discuss this whole wind issue.
Yes. What would you like to discuss?
So, we, these guys come back and forth often, right?
Often enough. Every month or so, they send out an emissary with their demands, and then we normally meet them.
And there's gonna be a new one coming soon because we just killed the last one?
Well, that wasn't really an emissary, more a raiding party.
Fun. But can we expect a new one?
Yes, I would imagine if the wind stays consistent, which he normally does.
And you don't know where... Do you have any idea where the wind actually is, or do they just come to you?
They come to us. The best I know, the wind is somewhere in the Soaring Cliffs.
So?
But they're dangerous places to be traveling for one such as I or anyone here.
We have a plan. Marin's plan,
Already?
actually.
A plan already?
We're very good at these. We make them quick.
I see.
So,
Well, glad. Let's hear it.
we wait for the emissary to come.
Yes?
Then, we do a bit of theater. So,
Theater. Are you actors?
well, I used to be, but Marin
I
is...
flick my cape back in my mouth.
I see. Hard to act without emoting much. I think you'll have a difficult time with that mask on there, but go on.
He's a voice actor.
Okay.
So, Marin...
Never heard of such a thing.
Marin is new in town, as we all are, and she could possibly, maybe, the door knocked. I feel like we should get that.
Nope.
Carry on.
Professional.
We are. I don't want to just like leave someone outside. I feel worse. Hi, what's up? So, Marin is new in town.
Yes,
As are we all.
indeed.
Do these people know how your town works very well?
I would assume so.
Here's my plan. We pretend that Marin is not welcome here, that you're protecting your own people and that you don't care that much about her. Then when the emissary comes and he's angry and you've killed the people or whatever, you put all the blame on her, and then you offer her as a prisoner that you've like tied up and you can rough her up and whatever. She can take it, she's fine.
Oh,
You present her. Now, Marin and I have a method of communicating just through our brains. Like, it's great. We then closely follow the wind and his emissary. They lead us straight back to the base. We then take Marin's supplies with us. We meet up with them there. We throw Marin's supplies at her. She catches them. It's cool. She starts blowing stuff up. We kill everyone. We come back and you pay us.
that's quite a lot. The three of you alone, taking on all of the Wind's bandits,
Maybe we should
Very simple.
might be a bit more difficult than you're making it out to be.
We actually have 4 too.
Who's your fourth?
the old man.
Hello!
We have a very
Yes,
special set of skills.
I look forward to learning what those skills are.
He actually does. I just remembered that. He actually does have a special set of skills.
He does.
Ooh.
This is troubling a bit, troubling me. One, that would put your friend Marin, was it? It would put your friend Marin in a great deal of danger.
She loves danger. She's all about it.
I don't know how the emissary would treat her, or how the Wind or his men would treat her. I don't really know how they treat any of the women they take.
Oh, she'll be fine. She can hold her own.
And especially if we're putting the blame for, what was it, 6 or 7 of the Wind's men dead by your hand on her,
Yes. Well, not
Yeah.
by my hand.
by all of your hands.
Well, Douglas and Pierre mainly.
Who?
Don't worry about it. They're good friends.
Okay. Well, I fear that if you put all the blame on one woman and send her away to a place where they are known for mistreating women,
Yeah.
she will be gravely harmed.
She'll be gravely harmed when she arrives, at which point we will start blowing things up.
And there's only 3 of you, 3 of you that can fight.
I mean,
Are you sure this is a good idea?
I feel relatively confident. I mean, bad ideas have worked out thus far, but, how many men do you think we should be expecting?
Somewhere near 40, at least.
40.
Easy.
Not including the Wind himself, of course. The bandits used to be scattered about in the Soaring Cliffs and the surrounding area, but once the Wind came, he organized them all into a strong fighting force.
Do you have any counter ideas?
No, if I did, would we be in this situation?
No, we would not.
Correct.
I have a better idea.
Well,
The best I could say is that perhaps
You're gonna have to wait.
I think it's a good idea to follow the emissary back and find out where exactly the Wind is, because we do not have that information, but putting your friend Marin in peril in the process may not be the best of ideas.
well, I wouldn't say friend. I would say business associate. But,
Apples and
what?
oranges.
look, how... You've seen these people fight. How trained are they?
They are bandits, but I don't know if you noticed, but there were a few capable of using magical abilities of some sort.
I'm not too concerned about how magical they
No,
are.
but-
I'm more concerned about how clever they are.
The ones who use magic are handpicked by the Wind for training. He trains them in the art of magic and in the art of swordplay, and sends them out to do his bidding. So there are plenty of grunts and untrained swordsmen who are just bodies that work for him. They're in it for the gold, for the thrill, for the raping and pillaging. But there are some who are fine swordsmen, foes to be reckoned with.
Maybe 10 of them?
Perhaps, if not 15. I do not know.
And you have no men that you can offer?
I can offer as many men as you like, but in addition to the Wind's men, they would just be bodies, untrained swordsmen, likely would be killed.
What about Collie?
Carly is her own thing, really. She has no allegiance to anyone, and I do appreciate her spending time here and helping us out. But I could never ask her to take on such an undertaking for my benefit.
I understand. Then I will. Where can I find her?
Well, she will be staying somewhere in the city. I've never really thought to ask.
You don't know where your greatest fighter lives.
She's not my greatest fighter. She is a friend
You don't know where your friend lives.
who has not been here for many years and has only recently returned this month. We've been very busy.
You don't know where newcomers go.
No. My focus is here on the mines and of the people who live here constantly.
Are you seriously gonna make me walk around this damn town, knocking on every single door I walk past?
I will not make you do anything. But I'm not close enough with Carly to know exactly where she lives or is on an everyday basis. I'd say maybe talk to Aegis. He might know something. They're always...
I don't want to talk to Aegis. Fine. Okay. Well, we'll work on the plan. We might initiate it tomorrow, or we'll try and make it before the scary people come here. Anyway, I'm gonna go find the collie, and
Good luck. I hope she decides to aid you.
I do as well.
And where is Aegis?
Aegis? Oh, his house is a bit above mine, on the southern side of the chasm. I can show you if you like, but I'm a bit busy here. Perhaps after I'm done working, I'll be out of the mine a few hours past mid-bright.
Would Tsadok know
But-
that this is like what they're doing is not what you would normally do in a mine?
No.
No. Okay. Fair enough.
Yes, but I've work to be doing. But ask anyone; they'll know where my home is. It's open to most anyone.
Well,
And few levels above that is where Aegis lives.
well, we appreciate your help, and we will hopefully speak with you again and clear our course of action before we actually.
Yes, please, and post haste, if you will. We have no idea when the emissary will arrive, but when he does, we need to be ready.
We'll do our very best. Thank you.
All right.
Two things.
Yes.
One, how long would it take me to like burn through those? It's like
Probably
30 bullets, not a lot.
the day.
Really?
Yeah. First you have to refine the ore, and then
Damn it.
cast it, mold it,
Okay.
and you probably have to use the bullets you have currently on you as like a molding cast.
No, I have one of the. I have some casings that are just empty.
Right. So you can use those as like casts to make more bullets.
So how much phosphorus would 30 bullets take?
Did I do 15 for one?
Yeah.
So 2.
Cool. So I still have a lot of phosphorus left.
Right. You just need more iron.
So we're going to Aegis's now.
Yeah. And so you make your way out of the mine
Chatting with Robert.
easily enough. Yeah, easily enough. And asking around, you find your way to Carlson's house. It's one of the. It's not. It's actually it's a bit smaller than most of the other abodes. It's quite simple, quite humble. And from here, you look up a few levels and make your way up, and ask around again and find Aegis' home easily. Although at the moment it is empty.
So I knock and no one responds.
Correct.
Gral, can you entertain yourself for a while?
Doing what?
I don't know.
Are you gonna do something fun?
No, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna sit outside this door until Aegis comes home, and then I'm gonna ask her where Collie lives, and then I'm gonna go to Collie's door, and then I'm gonna sit outside her door until she comes home.
Okay.
Also, it's midday. I look up at the old man.
It's what?
Mid-dim.
Mid-bright.
Mid-bright.
Right.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, another day, another gold piece. Here you go. He reaches into his beard, gives you a gold piece. Gives Gral a gold piece.
I have a question.
What?
What's stopping us from, like, you know, walking 10 meters away from town and just leaving here?
a moral compass, I hope.
And possibly an increase in salary?
I'm gonna stick with the moral compass. Yeah.
I start walking out with him.
Are you walking towards the edge of town?
Bye!
So Gral's leaving you? And you're waiting?
I'm at Aegis's door.
Okay, so Gral, you make your way up the rest of the way to the edge of the chasm, and all the way, the old man saying, "Please, where are we going?"
Well, I mean, we don't even know you, really. I mean, there's not much.
I've been with you for 4 days. You can make lifetime bonds in that time.
Yet I still don't know your name.
You have not earned it,
And you haven't earned mine.
Gral.
That's not my name.
Roll deception.
That's not my name.
You haven't earned it.
Sorry.
Deception.
Or bluff, my bad.
Yeah, well, 13.
What? I thought that... Oh, I see. Clever man.
I am the brains of the group, so.
Makes sense.
So,
Well, you have the first letter of my name. What is the first letter of yours, good sir? And I imagine you guys have stopped and are now speaking, like, on, like, one of, like, the...
yeah.
What?
That's the first letter of my name.
Pardon, sir. I don't believe I caught it. Must be these old ears. What was the letter you said?
No, I just think you're trying to get more out of me now.
What? No. No,
That's all.
I would never do such. I am a man of honor.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll give you the second letter if you give me the first and second of yours again.
Or we could exchange our full names.
Well, what is your full name?
Well, you would have
Gral.
because how am I to trust you? I mean,
Well-
look at you. You're not very trustworthy.
What are you? Are you profiling me?
Yes.
Just because I'm homeless?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get it.
Well, Gral, I don't think the others in your small group have quite earned my trust yet, but you seem like a clever lad. If I give you my name, will you promise not to tell anyone else?
Of course.
Is that a pinky promise?
Yes, a pinky promise.
Holds out his small, withered, like, pinky.
Hold up my index finger.
Oh, it's like as big as like 3 of his fingers. I said pinky promise now, or else it's not real.
I look closely.
That was the smaller one. Here. Okay.
Gral snaps his finger off.
Excuse me, I'm whispering.
Am I in your way?
Heard that.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I won't write it down though.
So,
You gonna tell your old pal?
you have my name now. Yours, please.
Gral.
No, your real name.
Yes, Gral.
No, listen here. You've already revealed the rules to me, boy. I would like your real name. We have earned each other's trust.
Yes, it's Gral.
Oh, I see. Groll instead of Gral.
Yes, that's exactly.
Don't know. I feel a bit gypped. I feel like
Tsadok Carlson to town. That's racist.
I feel like.
The best part of every lie is a little bit of truth.
Wait, there was a lie?
No.
What? All right. Well, you're a clever lad. You fooled me and earned my name. Let's go back.
Do I get paid more now?
What? Why would I? What? No.
Rough day for B-Man. That's his name, right?
I mean,
What?
Starts with a B.
this has
Oh, wait,
been
no,
pretty
it's
great,
I
hasn't
knew
it?
the first session we were introduced.
What?
Barely
this
mentioned it.
adventure. It's been pretty great.
It's
right?
been, it's all right. There was a lion at one point, and
Because I mean, like,
yeah.
We're about to go
I don't
fight
care
some
about
bandits
him.
together. Now aren't we?
Well, am I going with you?
Isn't that what we agreed upon?
I guess I thought we were going to Woogaburg.
We are.
What does this have to do with going to Woogaburg?
Travel expenses because you refused to pay us.
You're going to fight bandits because of travel expenses?
Yes. I mean, this all could have been avoided if you would have just paid us a little bit more.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I pay you like a little bit more, not a lot, a little bit, we won't go fight bandits.
Yes.
And that is a promise.
Yes.
A pinky promise.
Yes.
Okay, here's a gold. He takes another gold out of his beard and gives it to you.
Put name.
Gral.exe has stole.
Gral just crashed.
We'll talk about it. But maybe. I don't want to fight bandits. I'm an old man.
Okay.
I'm not in my prime. My bandit killing days were years ago.
Are you keeping track? Because he's giving you the gold now, not me.
Yeah. So he gives me the gold.
I know Gral can't count, but you can.
What's the first letter of your name?
What's the first letter of your name?
I felt like never taught Gral how to write his name down.
Why would I?
It's just
I'm not
something I want to
interested.
do.
Why would Tsadok ever consider that?
I would
Tsadok wouldn't even realize that as like,
yeah.
Tsadok wouldn't even comprehend that as a kind thing to do, let alone do it himself. He'd be like,
What are you
why are you
doing?
teaching him how to write his name? He
Pick him
can't
up
read it,
and I'm
doesn't
gonna bring
matter.
him back to the inn.
Okay. Wait, we're going to the hole in the wall
Yes.
where the boys can see it all.
What?
Don't worry, obscure reference.
Kesha?
What? Who?
I'm not there.
What? Angela?
In my head.
Good cover.
So I bring him to our room
Okay.
and set him down on the bed.
Okay.
And I leave.
Where? Roll!
What?
Where are you going?
To fight the bandits.
What?
Yes.
This was not our deal.
What?
Well, if you no,
We're not fighting the bandits.
you just no. Oh my! Oh, you
Goodbye.
you clever lad! You slammed the door.
Got him.
Gral is actually the
Got
smartest
him.
one in this entire group.
Was it was this guy that was it you as a person or this guy that we like established that like wording was important? Because like when
I don't think it was this.
was it this? Because like I know that like it might have just been you. Yeah, it was just you as a human being. Don't worry.
Yep.
But yeah, we now know that we can trick this guy and he can, as long as we fool him, he'll allow it. If that makes sense.
I wasn't trying to trick him. It was just that's what I thought he meant.
Yeah, but I also want him.
Ew.
I want to. No,
I want him.
no, but I
him.
want to put this guy in a pressure cooker and like force him. I want to force him to use his powers. I want to.
Wait, that won't.
You put a knife to his
What if he
throat?
used to be like a fighter?
Put a knife. I want to put him in a
He
pressure
killed
cooker. He
bandits.
says.
He's a bard.
Is he though?
No, because Riley rolled for performance the first time. I don't know if he is actually a bard.
Because there was no
He
magical
rolled really
effect.
well as a bard, like for that performance.
He told me new spells.
No, he
No,
told
he
me new
didn't.
songs.
I think that there's more to this man's,
Okay.
and I want to put him in. I want
You
to.
almost slit his throat.
I want to. I did not slit his throat. If I wanted to slit his throat, I would have. But I'll stick him in a room with some bad mans and see what he does. And if he gets close to death, then we can intervene and save his life.
So how long is Tsadok waiting outside Aegis'
Not too long. After maybe an hour of just kind of like twiddling on your guitar and
The
passing the time.
specific song I would play, I can't actually play it, so I'm
Hum
just
it.
gonna have to say the reference.
Hum it.
Wait.
Not whistle, hum it. Closer so the mic can pick you up.
I don't know what song this is. Oh.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Encore!
Look, one person one day will watch this and go, I know that song, that's the Pogues!
I do
What an
that.
obscure reference, Luke. Get it? Because he's in a mining town. And then it will.
What was the song?
Dirty Old Town.
That's very rude.
It's a song about Australia.
So, after about an hour
No, actually.
of waiting in front of Aegis' door, you see off in the distance the slim, tall, blonde elven man making his way back to his home. You've made the rounds, you've done what you can for the people that have been injured, and now you're heading back home. And you see, kind of just chilling on your doorstep with a guitar in his hand, strumming along to a tune, you see a half-orc man just sitting there. You recognize him. Oh, it is that Tsadok fellow.
Hi.
Tsadok, what are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Oh, and why is that?
I'm looking for Collie.
Of course you are. Why do you need me then?
Because you know where Collie is.
Do I know where Kali is?
Yes.
Why do you want me to take you to Kali?
Because I need Collie's help
For what?
to kill a lot of bandits.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been meaning to ask her the same thing, so sure, let's go.
Yes. Let's.
Oh no.
And Sonic gets up. Okay, so where to?
So you guys start making your way
It's fine.
down to the chasm
I feel
floor.
like I tracked like thought process.
And at this point, Gral had been heading back, and you meet Gral while he's on his way up to meet back with you.
Hi, girl.
Hello.
Did you, what happened?
He's dead.
He's dead?
No.
Oh. Damn it, girl!
Oh, damn it!
However, I pour a gold coin.
Well done, Grawl. Got him. Is that it?
He doesn't want to fight bandits, apparently. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, he said he's like old or some crap. I don't know.
Damn.
I mean, I wouldn't really expect a man like that who can't use his legs to fight anyone.
You never know, he could have some crazy leg shit going on.
I could fight without legs, to be honest.
I mean, you probably could, but
Maybe
I
his
don't think
legs
you
turn
can.
into tentacles. You know?
I have yet to see that.
Yeah, and you've yet to see the blight, so.
No, he
Touché.
did on your man.
Yeah, but he hasn't seen that the blight turns your legs into tentacles. He doesn't know that yet.
Oh yes, it does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How would you know that?
I was in Orkier.
And I'm a researcher.
He is.
Really?
Roll deception.
I'm a Ruther.
Hey, 16.
Roll sense motive.
Damn it! I don't know why we're even lying to Aegis right now. We're just bored and in a good mood.
I'm in the best mood I've been in
Ooh.
days.
23. Darn it!
This man does not seem like he researches much.
Maybe researching how to kill your next victim, but
Damn it, he took my line. Damn it, he took my line.
yeah, really?
You were gonna be like, he's not a researcher. I'm like, he researches murder. Damn it!
So we have 2 people with witty comebacks.
Never. Grawl will be the only one. Okay, so, Garlic, let's find.
Would you like to tag along, big fella?
Sure.
Girl, I don't know if you need to come. You could entertain yourself.
Doing what?
You could.
I'm coming along. Let's go.
Fine. Also, yeah, Girl would know the drill by now. I'm sure.
Of you trying to seduce women? That drill?
Yeah.
The
Do you do practice drills?
Oh
No.
my god.
You should.
It's never a drill. That's the thing.
So he doesn't-
knows the drill, but it's never a drill. It's always go time.
Oh, okay. So, you guys make your way.
I've never seen Tsadok actually try to do anything ever until this point.
Yeah.
He's motivated now.
Now he's
Sonic did. There are like 3 things that Sonic will try for in the world, and this is one of them.
What are the other 2?
You don't know.
Cool.
Bottom line, his jimmies have been rustled, and now he is a man on a mission.
My jimmies have been
Can we,
rustled. Sure.
Fine. I thought we were having some nice banter,
No.
but whatever. You guys make your way.
That's the only person who's not there.
You guys make your way down the.
Exactly. Sorry.
I'm gonna speak and then you're gonna speak, and I know it's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna prevent it by saying what I'm not gonna say, and then wait for you to get it out of your system. And then I'm gonna say, "Are you good?
Damn
You
it.
right? All right." So you guys make your way down the.
So after this, where do you guys want to go get dinner?
And I stopped right when you started speaking because I knew you were going to do it again. And so after you guys make your way down the cliffside, you go across the chasm floor towards the north side, through the tunnels where the wind was blowing the previous night. Once you get out of sight of the town, and the chasm starts leveling out, the smell of salt reaches your noses, and the smell of salt water. And farther up ahead, you see a group of people kind of collecting around the water, and some boats that are in the water as well, between the large, like huge cliff faces of the chasm that lead out into the soaring cliffs. And between the soaring cliffs, there's water that you can traverse through. So as you make your way up towards there, there's a small group of women at the water's edge, and even more women and smaller girls in the boats out on the water, like here and there, and you can see them with like crude-looking like long sticks with string and like rope, and at the end, they seem to be like fishing.
Just Kali, any one of them.
Most likely. And as you get up to the edge of the water, you notice there is like a smaller house, like a very like humble like hut kind of, just resting at the edge of the cliff face next to the water's edge, with several boats like kind of like beached next to it. And out in front of the house there is a few like smaller girls, and Kali sitting on like a wooden chair in front of her hut.
Before we get to Kali, can I quickly do something?
What?
Does... Hold on. Let me just quickly...
From what you can
Okay.
see, I was gonna continue the description, but
So
What's up, dude?
I'm gonna use disguise self to make myself look exactly like me, but slightly more muscly and slightly more attractive.
okay.
It's one of
You
like
do
3
the same
spells
thing.
that I get for the whole day.
So yeah, I know.
You abuse disguise.
I
all the
can
time.
cast at will, so I can in her
No.
campaign, whatever. So you kind of just like snap.
Only like literally enough that like you wouldn't even notice when the disguise
Right.
faded.
You give a slight strum. Any like some blemishes fade away. There's more cut to your biceps and your muscles. And your lips a little fuller. Your face a little more chiseled.
Tusks sharper.
Tusks are much sharper. Well, they've actually extended a bit more. They look like much more ferocious.
But like I want like it's not enough that like. When
But like it's like a slice, like
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. Like I adventure, I guess. Yeah, whatever. That kind of look. I know what you're
Does he
going.
get a long flowing mane?
No.
We're good. No. Tsadok has his hair tied.
Although your hair is a bit like that's normally kind of like in a messy bun, isn't a neat bun, and the sides are like buzzed short rather than like kind of growing out.
Okay.
It's a neat haircut.
Okay.
If that is okay with you. I know you hate it when I
But,
describe
but
you
when it
not
fades,
to exactly how you
won't
want
it
me to be
be noticeable?
describing it.
Wait, Riley, when it fades, won't that be very noticeable though?
Yeah, I don't want it
No,
to be actually.
it's not like anything that would be noticeable once it fades.
Basically, I don't want you to fucking pull this shit where like it fades and
Yeah,
then
no.
always like liar, thief.
Well, she'll get a perception check, but it's a high DC.
Okay, cool. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so as you you hear a slight strum. Look over at Tsadok, but nothing seems to be different. And as you're walking towards, you see Kali sitting in front of her the small like hut on a wooden chair with some of like the younger girls of Toluca in front of her in a circle, and she seems to be teaching them how to weave like tackle and nets to fish with. And so you guys approach this circle of small girls and Kali, and they all look up at you. Aegis? Tsadok, was it? Gral?
Hi. Yes, Tsadok. You got it.
What can I do for you?
Look, we don't want to bother you now. You're clearly busy, but we were wondering if we could speak with you possibly at a better time, maybe this evening, about an opportunity.
And as you say that, one of the smaller girls closer to Kali kind of grabs onto Kali's leg. Kali! Who's the big green man? Oh, settle down. He's orcish, don't worry. Talk later tonight, I'm sorry. About what?
Don't worry about him. He doesn't bite.
No, I know.
That was to the girl. Later tonight, yes. No, we just, well, to be honest, we wanted to ask your help.
My help.
Yes. Look, we're trying to help the town and deal with the wind, but we don't know if we can do it on our own. And I mean, I can't ask you to decide now, but maybe.
But you want my help.
Sorry.
You want me to help? You want me to come with you and
Well, I
fight
mean,
bandits?
after seeing you fight like you did, I mean, it'd be foolish not to ask.
You gonna pay me?
Well, what's your going rate?
What are you willing to spend?
Shouldn't Carlson be the one paying,
That's a good point, Carlson is paying. Does Carlson let you know what our payment is?
I know Carlson wouldn't pay you, and that's why he hasn't asked me to do anything about it. Because he can't pay you.
We are, in a sense.
In a sense.
And then one of the other small girls, Collie, are you gonna fight the wind? How are you gonna do that? Are you going with these boys?
With these boys? The boys? The boys? With the lads?
Angel, calm down. Just sit. We will get back to net weaving soon. Just let me handle them. I'm a little busy right now, but we can talk about prices later.
We understand. We'll
come
discuss
back
this at a
later.
later time.
Okay.
Oh, how can I find you if I need to contact you?
Well, I'm usually here, or at the hole in the wall if it's darker hours.
All right, good to know.
Right. Also, Aegis,
Yes.
I know you made your round, but one of the girls says that she's feeling a little feverish. If you could take a look at her later.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. How are you, by the way? You all right?
Better, but you know how it goes.
Right.
How about you?
I'm good. No injuries except for this little ding. She kind of points to the huge gash that appeared that was in her shoulder that you mostly healed. Is now a thin kind of scar running down her shoulder.
Yeah.
But feeling much better. Thank you.
All right. No worries.
And, can I talk to you? And she kind of like takes you aside and stands up from the circle of children and takes you over.
Yeah.
You're not helping them, are you?
Be a G. Be a G, do it!
You're not here.
Well, at the beginning of everything, it didn't seem like I would, but now things have changed. It seems that we both have common interests and goals.
And those are?
Getting rid of the wind. Carlson didn't tell you about his wife, did he?
No, I heard.
Yeah.
But I also know Carlson. And sad as he may be, he knows what's best for the town. He always
agree
has.
with you, but this is just too much now.
I agree. Carlson's not one to take risks,
He may not be.
and I'm not one to take risks without a price. Are you really going to go in there for the good of it?
If I can help save this town from being choked by the wind and his bandits, then I will definitely take that chance.
It's very noble of you, old man.
Speaking of price, by the way, how much would you fight for?
Well, I haven't really thought about it much.
We can come back later. Just sit on it.
Yeah, I will. But it's very noble of you, old man, to do this for them.
It's for the children, isn't it?
And as you say that, she kind of like gets this expression as if she like hadn't thought of that. I suppose it is.
I wouldn't want anything to happen to them.
No.
They don't deserve
Good
anything.
to know.
Wait. You're nobler than I. And I'd hate to see you killed, so keep safe.
I will. And don't cut yourself short. You may fight for money, but you do it for the right reasons.
Well, I suppose. Go on now. I've got nets to tie. You got people to heal.
I do.
Hold them all later.
Sounds good.
Lovely.
And I'll say bye to the children as well.
Bye, Aegis. All the children
Bye.
kind of like look at you and wave.
And I'll bow and then walk
Yeah.
away.
Golly, are you and Aegis married? No, sweetie, no.
As we start to walk away, Tsadok just goes, "Oh, and Collie,
What?
did I tell you what Carlson promised us for completing this?
No, but I have a good idea.
It's a meal.
Yeah, that's usually all he has to offer with like food and drink normally. He's been very kind to me as well.
A meal with you." And Tsadok winks and starts walking.
Oh my god.
Her clenches her teeth like.
I'm going. I'm off.
Why would you say that? Everything was going so well.
Because I'm not gonna play games. I'm gonna be straight up. I gotta let her know. Now she knows. Now there ain't games anymore.
Okay.
She sounds like the kind of woman that wants to know what's going on. Now she knows what's going on.
I run over and catch up with Tsadok.
Are you telling me we're not getting paid again?
Well, I'm getting paid.
I'm the gold earner in this relationship.
You are the old man shitting out money whenever you need. Why do we need to get paid again?
We could always use more money. I mean, I want to go back to Marie's place and get that fancy sword.
Marie?
Yes, Marie.
Is it
Was that Marin and Anna Maria?
No,
Just
was
like
it-
No, Mary's.
No, Mary.
Oh, Mary's.
Yeah.
Oh, I was very lost. That is a good point. You know that sword probably won't be there when we come back. That's how it works.
What are you talking about?
Oh, whatever. Look. How about if you help me do this job, we'll buy you a nice, big, fancy weapon. Deal?
That was the point of doing this job.
Yes, but I will give my cut of the previous job to pay for your big fancy weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
The previous job we haven't been
I'm
paid
just.
for yet?
Aegis is just amused by all
Yeah,
this.
that's true.
I still got money though.
I have nothing.
Yeah, I have money that I want to give to Grola. Like, that's like my money, so I just will give him some of that.
Well, I mean, you take a lot of the money that is supposed to be meant for me.
Yeah. Well, because Sonic's a bad person and it is selfish. But yeah, like I know because like I got like 200, so 100 will be yours and 100 will be mine. But we can get you now. We'll now get you something more than 200. That makes sense.
Wait.
Because he's not gonna pay us. He won't.
So as the three of you make your way back towards Toluca, Marin, you have you've been refining your ores, doing what you can to create new casings for your bullets and loading in the powder.
I'm assuming I've been like working with like my coat off, sleeves up.
Yeah, coat
Okay.
is now hanging on the wall, sleeves are rolled up, you're sweating, like hammering stuff away and stuff. And all the while, Robert's kind of like looking over your shoulder. And then like giving you a glance over as you're like watching.
Looks over, I'm gonna make sure to block it with my body.
What
No.
What are you making? I'm just curious.
I'm making things I use for the things.
Right, it's a magic of sorts.
Trust me, it's something you don't want to get involved in.
No, I'm very curious.
I mean-
I've been trying to try my hand at a lot of different kinds of smithings. Mostly
If you
I.
learn how to make this, people would either try to kill you or torture you for that information. So I'm gonna recommend you don't.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation.
What you making there? A fresh batch of no.
16.
Here, I'll sense.
Spoopy scary.
Yeah, but like, no one comes to town. I'm probably not gonna make it myself unless someone requests it. I'm just
Not enough
curious.
skeletons.
I'm going to just.
I've got a hankering for knowledge. That's what my father always said.
I had that too, and that's where it got me captured by pirates. It's not a
What?
fun thing, yeah. Not a fun time. Don't.
No. Don't.
We're all broken.
Well, you can. I'm just curious. It's like it's magic. right? There's so many different kinds of magic, and I'm no magician. It's not like I can make use of it.
Go tell him.
I'm just curious.
You're gonna trust Shovel Knight with the
No.
most
What do you-
dangerous weapon known to mankind?
What are you making? It's my forge. You're using my forge.
I'm making tiny explosives.
How's that magic?
The thing I shoot them out of is magic.
What do you shoot them out of?
Stop. Stop.
Stop.
You just don't. You don't have to tell people these things.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Don't ask, please. I've had enough trouble with this already. I might have done some. I can't. No.
Might have done what?
No.
Shut the fuck up, Shovel Knight.
You seem very nice, and I would love.
Well, so my father always told me I was a nice guy.
Father seems to have told you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, these are very dangerous, and I can't risk the knowledge of them spreading. And I know you would have decent intentions. You seem like you would, but I just can't risk it. Do you understand that? Have you ever conceived the idea of something so dangerous that it would destroy everything? This is that idea.
I have not. It's quite the weight you put on your own inventions.
Yeah.
I don't really care about my own inventions much. It's just that I've seen what these things can do. It's bad.
Huh. You know the weird artificers I keep hearing about?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I am.
Huh.
We're all very weird.
Well,
What else have you heard about artificers?
not much. Just that they use magic and machinery,
Yeah, you know what? Yep, that's.
and you seem to be making some sort of machine with your magic shooting thing.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well,
What about you?
I'm a bit of a simpler guy myself. If you need a shovel, I'm the guy to talk to.
Those shovels look pretty well made.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm actually delving into a bit of a sword forging myself.
I noticed.
Yeah. Oh, you like them?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're only like 5 gold if you want one.
Nah, I have my original here.
Sonic specifically asked you.
Shoddy quality. I saw it as soon as I walked in the shop. It was great.
Also, you have no money.
Yeah, so
I got buttloads.
So,
I have my rapier here.
You're a rapier.
Yeah. Alright, I'll show him that.
Who made that?
Ironbeard over in Akira.
No, he didn't.
What? Yeah, we said I probably got it from.
Oh wait, no, you're right. I thought you was one of the rapiers you took off the bandits.
No, it's my
No,
my
we
rapier.
Yeah,
use
Ironbeard. Who's that?
He's a forge,
Are
he's
you
a
that guy?
blacksmith in Akira.
Was a blacksmith in Arcaire?
Yes.
I thought that place was just a port.
No, you have to have a weaponsmith when sailors often come into dangerous areas, and having a
Interesting.
weaponsmith in town is a good idea.
You're very worldly.
Thank
Have
you.
you been around a lot?
I'm a sailor. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's your ship?
Over in the port.
In Arcaire?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, not really.
Are we there yet? Are we still walking?
You're not going to the blacksmith, are you?
Yeah,
Oh.
because that's where she is.
Yeah. Okay, sure. At this point, in the middle of this conversation,
Oh shit.
you've been there for a few hours. So yeah, I'd say like now that all your stuff is done.
Take the death.
Oh yeah.
So wait, you've
I come as well because I have to
What's
heal.
the first time you seen me
or
without
help.
a coat on?
I did.
Because I didn't go there yet.
yeah.
I open the door and go, Marin, how goes the explosive rocks?
The what?
Fucking-
It's what rocks. I thought you were.
They're
What?
not rocks. He just doesn't
Are
understand.
you flirting?
Not
We have
flirting.
things to do.
You're flirting with
We're
Polly.
working.
Ooh, I wouldn't do that if I were
Exactly.
What?
Nothing.
I am networking.
you. Oh, totally different.
Robin.
I did a lot of networking when I was in
Just,
school at Vertide.
As a side note, why would you not recommend flirting with Kali?
Well, it doesn't matter. You're networking.
I
but,
am, but
yeah.
however, my friend Gral here was quite. Look, he's the real sweetheart.
my middle name here.
I gently like nudge Gral in the shit and just like.
It's
Please.
true, I have a heart for her.
That's a triangle.
He tries his best, but is it a bad idea for flirting? Why? What?
Well, you seem to be the right size for her, but I don't know. She's always been a gloner.
She did the right size?
Kali's really tall.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yes, I'm pretty tall.
She's taller than you. She's way taller than you.
It's like 6 something.
I'm taller than, like...
you know, he's 6'4", but Kali was like 6'7", 6'8" last,
Yeah.
right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
She's good.
Fucking
Wait,
massive.
so she's as tall as
Yeah, some people say she has like giant blood.
Giant blood.
Yeah. It's just a myth though. Some rumors have been passed around.
Sonic raises an eyebrow, like, beyond his head.
Just like, keep going up.
I realized Sonic would see Marin's tattoo. Fun.
Oh yeah. Now that you've never seen Marin without her jacket and her sleeves rolled up, now you do. There's a few tattoos like on her arms.
You have tattoos? What?
What do you mean?
You have tattoos?
Yes.
What do they do?
They're just tattoos.
What do they mean?
They mean things to me.
I want to know. We're business associates. Am I right?
Tell me what your tattoos mean?
My tattoos are just cool.
Yours are like just like tribal patterns, right?
Mine?
Yours are just like patterns.
Yeah. Oh,
They are really cool.
mine mean things that I've gone through. Like this one means I'm a sailor, because it's an anchor.
Describe them.
Oh, sure. So like at the top, there's a anchor with like on one side. There's a raven wing coming out of it. It's pretty neat. Under that is like just an ocean wave that kind of wraps around her
Like
arm.
a band. All
Yeah, a
around.
band of it, like it's just a wave that goes around. And under that's just a thin band. And under that is a band of sharks. And those are her tattoos. It's neat.
I like the sharks.
Did you fight sharks?
You fought sharks?
It's more metaphorical.
Huh.
That is way beyond girls' pay grade.
You know what? Yes.
Metaphor.
Yes, I fought sharks. I fought sharks. I fought sharks.
I'm with you, buddy. Metaphors go right over my head.
Girl had a stroke.
I fought sharks.
Oh, so you're a seafarer, huh?
Where?
I just didn't really fight sharks.
Right up here.
Yes.
Right up here. This is where they go. All the metaphors go right up here.
I don't see
Together.
anything.
They're yeah.
Oh, really?
They're invisible.
How long?
For years. We grew up.
Don't worry about
Oh, really?
it. Hey, guys.
Weaponized
Oh,
shovels.
What?
Weaponized shovels.
I make shovels, and I'm trying to make weapons.
Sorry, didn't really tell me much.
Never
about
thought
his
about combining the two.
background. I just knew that he was a good guy.
Marin, write that down. You don't take that. That's my
What?
intellectual property.
Wait, what did he say?
Intellectual what?
What?
It's your what?
What?
Oh, never mind.
Weaponized shovels, you said?
Huh?
Weaponized shovels, you said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, weaponized shovels.
God. Sorry?
It's a great idea. Could you write that down for me?
Girl, take him out. Girl, take him out.
Robert,
Girl, no!
Yeah.
how are you doing?
I'm a bit dinged up, Aegis, but I'm okay. You know, first time I killed a man yesterday.
I mean, you did pretty well.
Nice.
Thank
I
you.
wasn't expecting any
Oh,
of that.
I
I-
at all.
actually appreciate the assistance.
No
by the way.
offense.
Yeah, it's no big deal. You know, my father always said I'd be a good fighter.
You
Well,
mentioned your father a lot.
What?
You mentioned your father a lot.
I guess.
Word of advice.
No more than any other.
Word of advice you should not.
Oh. I see.
Why?
I don't mind it, but it's just better not to.
Why? What did my dad do?
Nothing. It's just if you mention your dad all the time, it seems like you're not your own person.
why? What did my dad do?
What did my dad do? Did he take your lunch money? Whilst that conversation's happening, can I try and steal a bullet?
The fresh off the press.
It's hot. They're all hot as
Yeah,
fuck.
Oh, are they hot?
Yeah, it's burning
They're
hot.
working on them. Like,
Well, the freshest ones are the most ripe.
the rest
No, I want.
But there are some that have
Riley,
there are some that have been
Riley,
recently plucked from the forge.
Riley, if they're not on the forge and if they're cool enough to be touched, they would have been in my bag at this point.
Right, but Robert's been talking to you.
No, just the one that I'm working on, then it wouldn't be in the bag. Like,
Ones
don't
that are
trust Robert
currently
either.
cooling.
I don't.
I would
know.
say
It'd be conversing.
roll a straight
I
up
don't-
D20. No modifier, just roll it.
9.
I was praying on that nat one look.
Robert's been a bit distracting. There are some cooler bullets. You haven't checked on the cooling of the bullets. You don't know how many are ripe for the plucking and how many still need a bit to grow.
I use prestidigitation to cool a bullet before I touch it.
Cool.
How would you know that?
Roll sleight of hand to
Cause it looks hot.
Okay.
roll
am I gonna-
roll sleight of hand to cast a spell.
Then I'll just take like one of the bullets.
Roll sleight of hand to take the bullet.
Yeah, I'll just tank the
That
damage.
one.
Can only burn me so much.
Why are people stealing my bullets constantly?
Oh, that's rough. Hold on.
Be below 14. Be below 14.
Yikes.
It's not a good one.
As long as it's below 14, I'm good.
Hold on. I can't. I don't remember.
Skills.
I haven't used that after a little bit. Yeah.
HP wise, how's
Sleight of hand.
Robert doing?
H what?
Oh snap! Will Tsadok steal the bullet? Will Gral will Tsadok get Kali's heart? Will Marin ever have enough bullets to be functional as a long-range fighter? Find out next time. What even happened? That's like, yeah, this episode's been a bit of a like shopping kind of day where people go around and do some character stuff, a lot less story and fighting and stuff. But I'm here to tell you, humble viewer, that likely does not exist, but I love you still. That we're going to cut this episode a little bit shorter than most. I know, real awful that it's only 2 hours instead of 3 or 4. Ooh, but from going on here on out, I think we're gonna try and go for like shorter episodes so that they're easier to watch. And so that we can post them more frequently. So I think we're probably going to go for like hour and a half videos instead of like 3 hour long videos. So I think the next video that goes up will either be fully audio because we did an oopsie and we lost more footage because we're bad at keeping track of our stuff. So it might be just an audio episode where it's like kind of like a podcast. So think the Adventure Zone or something like that. I like the Adventure Zone. Obviously because I'm a big old nerd. But then after that, I think we have one more pre-recorded episode for the summer that'll probably be split into 2 episodes because, you know, we're trying to go for that 1 hour thing. And then after that, hopefully we'll be recording for like 1 hour and a half segments at a time. So it won't be that bad and it'll be easier to watch. So it's good for you people. It's all about you. It's all about us really. But yeah, so that's just a little update I had for you. Thanks so much for watching if you did watch. And goodbye. May the soul bless you.